Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I would like to do a video talking about the last season of The Walking Dead, season 10, currently. Um, and a few things that really bugged me about it is mainly the last episode. Um, One, why was Carol so keen to throw herself off that cliff when there was a huge rock right next to her? Or she knows how to walk with walkers. She could have just laid down or something. Um, Walkers fall down all the time, so it wouldn't be like out of the ordinary. She could have or hung off the side of the cliff, or found a place to lower herself down and let all the walkers fall off. She could have slowed her pace and let the walkers pass her by. It's not like they were a stampede; they weren't all huddled up together. So that's my first problem with that. Second one, Negan takes off down the elevator shaft and disappears. But by the end of the show, he's back. He's um, with the group, and like 3 feet away from him is Maggie, and I just don't believe that she would just stand there and not hit him or ask why the hell is he not still in a cage or dead or something like that, or even have his jacket back for one. Um, the third big problem for me is when Beta's uh, army of the dead are surrounded the building. Maggie and company, we have no idea who that is, somehow find a way to get into the building without being seen and without covering himself in walker guts. So, how did that happen? I don't even have an explanation how that would happen because they weren't a drop of blood on them until uh, the guy killed a couple of whisperers, and you should. How did she even know where they was? The letter can't have said we're going to be in this abandoned building at this particular time. It makes no sense. And the death scene with Beta, it was so anticlimactic. It was just like that. I've seen Ryan Hurst on Sons of Anarchy. Uh, I believe he was on what's this military film? Thinking, I can't remember. It's got Mel Gibson in it. Yeah, it's just that fight was so anticlimactic. I were expecting a massive rematch with him and Daryl, or at least Negan, because Negan killed uh, Alpha. But it's just a distraction, then instant death. Maybe it's good that they didn't drag it out, but for me it was just meh. And as well, uh, soon as I saw that Eugene was talking to somebody else, I knew instantly that was going to be the next cliffhanger for the next season. And right again, because that's just how it happens every season. It just keeps setting it up. And it's getting, maybe it's good thing that this series is ending. But personally, I'm gonna miss the show. Hopefully, they bring it back in a couple of years. They can't do any more time jumps because I'm pretty sure they're already a couple of years ahead of us in 2021. So, excuse me. Um, those are my biggest issues with that particular episode of The Walking Dead. Um, but in general, for that season, since the Whispers were introduced, they're boring. They're so they're supposed to be so mysterious. And when we found out that Dante was a Whisperer, that was shocking, somewhat shocking. We never actually saw where he got picked up from. Um, Personally, if I had encountered a group like the Whisperers, I'd be very reluctant to introduce people into the communities, because it's just weird. Um, yeah, and when Sadiq died, that made like Carl's death seem pointless because Carl risked his life to save this guy, and this guy just died. So maybe it's just the fact he's a doctor. A doctor, you don't want to be a doctor on The Walking Dead because they literally all die. Who are it? The two Carlson brothers, and then what's her name? Carl's girlfriend. Yeah, you know what I mean. She's dead. She was trained to be a doctor. Dead. Uh, yeah, basically, if you're a doctor, you're dead. Anyway, that's me rant over. It's the problems I have with the last episode and season 9 in general. Another tip, by the way, no, another problem I had is the mysterious scars on Michonne and Daryl that led up to absolutely nothing. We learned that Michonne trusted her friend, that's why she doesn't trust the communities, and that she butchered like 10 children. Fucking hell. Then that little blonde boy run away, and we have no idea what happened to him. RJ's arrival seems a bit, yeah. It's like, should we care? Obviously, RJ stands for Rick Jr. And even the birth of him just seemed a bit, oh, Rick's got a child. Awesome. So Rick's gene pool won't die if he dies. By the way, when you get blown off a bridge, say this is a bridge, blow up the dynamite, which is here. Explosions go outwards. They don't suck you in. So if you're stood at this side of the bridge, how the fuck do you end up in the river when the explosions go out? Nah, they do create a vacuum if you're in if you're on a plane, like boom, but out in the open it wouldn't happen. I don't know how he ended up in the water. That makes no sense. But yeah, it's my little rant over. If you agree with me, like, share, and subscribe if you can be bothered. I'll make some more videos later. Catch you later.